Nigeria has a large army of unemployed youths, the sheer size of which has gotten Senator Salisu Afolabi worried about reducing the trend and changing the narrative. The Ogun State Federal Lawmaker believes the best way to go about it is through his bill that seeks to offer some form of social security to Nigeria's unemployed youth once properly documented. If passed into law, unemployed youths will be entitled to internship and some stipends as unemployment benefits to keep them going while they await the prospect of a permanent job in the future. According to Afolabi, the idea he is pushing would not create new bureaucracy or come with any financial burden on government.
Mr. President, let's give something to the Nigeria youth so that when we say arise to compatriots, Nigeria call obey, they will know indeed that the compatriots will care for them when we are still looking for the job for them. We put them on stipend, we provide them employment, we unleash their talent.
The bill was warmly accepted by a majority of senators who believe it will help Nigeria in solving insecurity and many of today's social vices the youth have become exposed to.
These engineers and contractors who construct our buildings and our roads, getting federal naira in so doing, can as well look for a way to bring in these young engineers and what have you, to learn on the job so that they themselves can become an asset to the country.
Former Labour leader turned Senator Adamu Shiomole also wholeheartedly supports the bill. He thinks it will address inherent deficiency in the education curriculum, but points out that it shouldn't be done out of pity, but of a necessity that is backed by law. He wants the National Assembly to lead the way by granting better social benefits and support to core members in its service.
I just discovered only yesterday, and for me I found it extremely embarrassing. I'm not sure this is when I should say it, but we should say it because we are in Parliament, that even the National Assembly is not paying corpers the mandatory legal obligation to pay them allowances. That for me is scandalous. And I'm sure, Mr. President, you are not aware of this, that this has been the tradition of previous senators, and we just roll on, not knowing that these corpers we see here are not even paid.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, also welcomes the bill, which he said is in line with the agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
Even when we are talking about national internship, I got very interested because so many children are meeting me and saying that they finished their medical colleges after 7 years, 3 years ago. They have not been able to do internship. I believe that should have been automatic. Because when you allow a graduate of medicine to stay at home for 2-3 years without practicing, by the time you bring the person into a theater, it's a recipe for disaster.
The bill was subsequently passed for second reading and referred to the Senate Committee on Labor and Productivity for further legislation. Omo Bazwai, Rise News.